そうだ、録画しとこう、今のうち。来た来た。BGM 消しとくか。
ベルさん、実際それどころじゃないあっちは、情報出てないけど国内かなり荒れてる。
あ、そうなんだ。大変なんだ。
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
これ日本語化されてない？これ日本語だよね、どう見ても。オプション。
ベルさん、日本語化成功。
日本語化成功してるね。音声。これ何？これ中国語？イングリッシュ、ロシア。文章。日本語やっぱないんだ。字幕オン。シェイクか。ストーリーモード、インターン。バランスのいい体験。ショーランナー、まさに試練。カスタム。放送以外の要素はありません。視聴に寛容です。ストーリーモードやるか。よし。OK。
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
ね、字幕が出ないんだけど。字幕が出てないのが今不安を煽るんだけど。音大きい？
音大きいですね。
音大きい。わかった。待ってよ。ちょっと音量いじるか。あ、今の時だけかもしれん。もしかしたらオープニングの時だけ。大丈夫かな？ニコニコ。今大丈夫だよね、音声。これはパッドで XYAB。4つのボタンね。XYAB。で、LB と LB を押して、あ、これでこうやってやるんだ。スティック使って、レベル。これがブロードキャスト。はいはいはい。で、LT はセンサー。で、RB で、RB の YBA。RT で、RT の L で、これ何？RT、上下押しても何も起きないけど。押しても。まあいいか。詳しいのはいいか。で、電話に出る。セレクト、ナビゲート。電話に出るか。
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Not down.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left.
左を見る。これみんな今のところついてこれてる？文字読めてる？大丈夫？ここ多分大切なところだよね。上が視聴率でしょ？上が視聴率で視聴者離れをなくそう。大丈夫だよね。
ベルさん、よっしゃ。
よっしゃ、OK。じゃあ左行くよ。
These plugs control control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
扇風機の向きみたいなあれなんだろう。左側の扇風機の向きが気になるんだけど、R ってここか。あ、上向ける。あ、ヒートしないのこれブレーカーを冷ますのこれ、もしかして扇風機で。嘘でしょ。そんな。まあいいや。ブレーカーを入れる。よし。あ、選ぶのかこれで。どこで A を使うかって選ぶんだ。で、これ、向こうに行けないんだけど。こっち来た。よし。
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me
前
to
の番
explain.
組のエンディングか。
Right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
デスク下。デスクの下。
You can see a load of video tapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
待って、下行って、で、週刊私のサラダを取って、毎週購買している食欲をそそる読書体験を楽しみにしましょう。はい、週刊私のサラダ。で、クレイジーニールってどんなやつ？クリスマス直前。クレイジー安らぎ。これクリスマスか？いらないな。予算の限られた方必見。待って。なんか始まってるかも。ちょっとさっさと入れよう。
Every day, you offer me prawns.
Right, quick as you can. Select screen one.
画面1選ぶ。X。
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
始まった？
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, all good. Next is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as
Count it
well.
down.
Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
So great.
Honors
OK。
Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market.
まだ。
Top chap.
今入れた方がいい
Sports
の？
fans everywhere
視聴者上がって
celebrate
る
as
ね。
popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch
これどこ見れば
about
いい
his
の？
new movie,
右側？
The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance
だ。
headquarters
あ、
to
9、
hear what the leaders of this
8、
fledgling party
7、
have to say
6。
on their historic
よしよしよし。
Button
That's all
2
coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National Nightly News.
1. Lovely, mate.
よっしゃ。完璧でしょ今のタイミング。
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the
真ん中の地球が小さくなって消えた瞬間。
vanishes.
OK。地球儀が小さくなって消えた瞬間で、こんなタイミング測るの俺。ちょっと待って。よし。まだか。あいつ一番化粧してる。あいつ化粧してる。一番。大丈夫か。左から右に流れてるのね。分かった分かった。分かった。地球儀が小さくなってる。
Switch to screen
分かった分かった。大丈夫大丈
now.
Now.
Lovely, mate.
夫。よしよしよし。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。これむずいぞ。ちょっと待って。 81% 視聴率。あ、じゃあ投票支持率。
Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert.
右下
When
の
it reaches zero,
2
press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there
CM.
at the bottom right. I normally play the first one
ない
in the
ね。
first break, and so
やばいねこれ。
play them in any order you want.
俺も一緒に関数。2計算今俺テレビ番組を経営してます。自分でちゃんと時計を見ておくよ。あ、4、3、2、1、地上です。NOW!
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
CM 流れてるよね。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。CM 流れてる。一番右側のテレビが視聴者が見てるやつで、左が一番左の4つがそれぞれ切り替えタイム。で、真ん中がスタジオの。
Wicked. Mate, it's the first ad break. You're doing
CM 乗り切った
great, mate, but this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next
マル
sequence is
マ
what
ル
we
チ
call
カム
a
シーケンスと
multi-cam sequence, 'cause
呼ばれる
you're
ので
gonna be
複数のカムを切り替えて映像を面白くする
cameras to keep things interesting.
個人のこれのルールかここでは3つのルールを
Three good rules of thumb.
These aren't my
あ、なるほどね
Try and keep the
あれを切り替えてくるね
shot of whoever is doing the talking.
話してる人に合わせる
Don't stay on the same shot for
10秒 ?10 秒 ?10 秒ちょっと10秒同じ絵にしない。相手のおかしな。全体図。リアクション3秒以内。長すぎ、普通は数十秒十分。みたいなあくまでも。話してた。待って。まだ CM 長いな。分かった。画面1を選んどいた方がいい。画面1選んどいて。ね。
大戦争。
ね、あかねちゃんやばそうだよね。これは自動で切り替わるんだよね。2番が2人で、3番がゲストの、3番4番ゲストの人アップね。よし、OK。
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
よし。
Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners.
10秒以上だろ。
But first,
Megan,
is here a
B ボタンね。
star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy.
Oh,
Megan
okay.
Wolf, culture
大丈夫だよな。
correspondent. And
Megan.
today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to Blunder
shock
Clutch on screen 3 when
Okay,
she
okay.
says
Clutch
his
there.
name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear. I do hope
怖いんだが。怖いんだが。
that being with you here today
これ今度2番だね。
Switch 2 for the wide
だ
now.
よね。2番。
May I say, having you here with us is
Niba.
on ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Okay.
Which is called The
で、4
Medicated.
番。
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the wrap,
ちょ、待って。
Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at
Then
Megan's
that-
reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with
Mega.
him on several movies, all terribly successful. I
Get
said
back
to
to
Peter,
who's talking.
what a wild ride
Masz się
this
wodą.
has been. And you know
難しくねえか。難しくねえか。
Wow, that is fantastic. And
Fantastic.
am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right.
うん、
A science.
全体映すよ俺は。
Was that a challenge at all?
ここだよな。全体で当たってるよなこれで。
But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last
これ今俺が切り
starring
替えてる。
role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that
これでいいんだよね。
surpasses all others. A love, of course.
いいよ、ナイツだよ。
ナイチェだよ。
I think it's grossed over.
話して映す。
But honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 best
Too
actor
long on this,
awards,
mate.
if I remember
長すぎだ。
correctly.
お前
So sweet of you to
こいつ
mention it, but
こい
I
つ切り
really
替え
am
ろっ
not
つって
in it for the
全体
awards, although
いいよ全体でいいよ
those
もう。
three little statues
全体でいいやろ。
take quite a place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer.
うん、上がってる。視聴者上がってる。
Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me,
おも
and I will bleed.
う10秒経ったよな。
Often,
お
that's how it feels,
10秒以上ダメなんでしょ。
doesn't it? Bleeding, giving,
こいつ長えな話が。
suffering for one's audience.
飽きてるじゃん。
That shot a bit
I suppose in
long.
the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for
この
the
映画ちょっと
people that
長
I
い。
inspire.
Cut back to the person talking.
話して
But
る絵
most
に
of
戻
all, I
れ。
think I do it for the
これむ
positive
ずいぞ。
change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Well, now you're asking.
切り替え間違えたよ、一
Historic
瞬。
election result.
切り替え間違えた。
Indeed, historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult.
あ、待って待って、ボタン押しちゃった間違って。
I think
まあいいか。
I've always been
これ
quite
適当でいいんじゃない？
clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive
Try?
to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, you won't do
お
it
げ
again.
あ、ファックって単語使ったんだ。
Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated,
わかっ
which
た。
opens next
ファック
week.
使ったのこい
I've
つ。
swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr.
Megan.
Lance Hemlock, is faced with a
待ってよ。
decision that could
7、
affect
6、
humanity's
5、
very survival.
4、3、
Exciting stuff.
2、
Let's take a look.
1、0。オッケー。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。
Oh, looks like Blunder
Yes, yes.
Clutch is really losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but we can't find out now. We'll go to the Russia's room together once the broadcast's over.
I don't understand it.
よしよしよしよしよし。これむずいぞこのゲーム。ふざけんなよ。なんか喧嘩してるんじゃないあの二人。
I don't know that.
これいつ切り替えんの？
Noise mustn't.
これ何なの？これ CM 流すの？ CM まだか。
You, Miss Flanagan.
何これ？マッドサイエンストだ。
baby. All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
We're gonna change the world, do you remember? If only I listened to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
何何何
Look at this.
何何何
The virus.
Where's これ俺の顔いる？切り替えていいか画面。
This phone.
ちょっと今切り替えこれ。あ、止めれたわ。いちいちしてきたわ。こっち。ここに切り替えて。で、ラストの文字消して。こっちで見た方がいいよね。どう？これ邪魔じゃないでしょ、そんな。よくわかんないけど。よし。
ベルさん、
うん。
コメントしづらいゲームだ。わら。
もう好きに雑談してていいけどね、みんなコメントで。これ歌いながらできんの？
This is the key.
歌いながらできるって何言ってるか俺もわかんないけどさ。
Yes, we could stop it all.
よし。
We have to ask ourselves.
うん。
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another
あ、
act.
CM ね。
Remember to
Okay,
use the
okay.
mouth and the talk to count you in.
試してみるか。 CM に入ります。10秒前。9、8、7、6、5。きつね、たぬき、天ぷら、月見、お肉、東丸、うどん、うどんスープ。これ大丈夫？いけた？これいけたか？ CM いけてるよな。あ、LT ね。左トリガーここね。ここ。うん。これがピー音ね。うん。2つの音聞けばいいって。あ、なるほど。そこを見れば押し続ける。
2000円札さん、イヤホン完了このゲームなんですか？
イヤホン完了。このゲームは何ですか？ 2K さんこれね、いい配信をするやつで汚い言葉使ったらね、ピーって入れなきゃいけないの。で、今 CM 中で、左側の4つのモニターがスタジオで、真ん中がメインモニターで、右側が視聴者が見てるやつで、レーダーを見ながらピーって鳴らせばいいのね。ここでピーってうまく鳴らせばいい。よしよしよし。うん、やばいでしょこれ。うん、ボタンが来たらワンツーで、うん、カウント始まったらワンツーね。うん、これやばいでしょ。今左がスタジオなので、右側が CM だから、一番右が CM が終わるの上の秒数で76で、上のインジゲーターが視聴率。5、2、1、GO。
茜だよさん、
Welcome
全部
back.
垂れ流そう。
I'm told we can now go live to advance
そんなわけにいかないだ
headquarters
ろ。
where the two leaders, Peter
よ
Clemens
しよ
and
しよし。
Julia
で、
Salisbury,
下
are
の
about
真ん
to
中
make
ゲ
their
ージ。
acceptance
これ、
address.
ここが赤かったら直さなきゃ。外の画面。
Well,
P の準備。
thank
ク
you
ソ
all
って
for
言ったろ。
coming, and
P の
well,
準
where do I start? What a day!
切り替えとくか。
said we couldn't do
こいつ酔っ払ってるじゃねえかよ。危ねえなこいつ。
dirty, low-down,
お前マジで言うなよ。
lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you,
危ない。
people, you
よしよし、
saw
オッケーオッケーオッケ
right
ー。
through
お前
their
酔っ払いを出すんじゃねえよ、テレビに。待って、危ない。
Sorry
危
about
ない。
that. I've had a couple of
パーメット、
celebratory pints.
お前マジで放送禁止用語使うなよ、マジで。これ、
Memorably put.
ピ危ない。
But to be honest, who can blame
ふ
Peter
ざ
for
けんなよ、マジで
celebrating?
よ。
Throughout the
人選べ
campaign,
って
you've
マジ
heard
で。
us say that advance are
うん
not
これ
a
何言ってるか
political
分かんねえもん
party.
こいつら。俺レーダーしか見てないも
That's
ん。
what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party.
10秒ルールね。分かった分かった。10秒
A
ルール。
team that can change
うん、
things.
チェンジ。OK。
But today is day one of a new
はい、もう一回。
future.
OK。
A better,
10秒ごとにね。
fairer future.
10秒ごとに切り替えてきゃいい
So
んでしょ。
perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich.
Okay.
For them, the party's
またこいつ
over.
言う
They
ぞ。
shouldn't be celebrating.
またこいつ言うぞ絶対。
They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their
なんで
dusty
知ってるパン
checkbook.
ツって。お前ふざけんなよマジで。
Put,
お前。
but not inaccurate.
だよシットパンツァー。ふざけん
Before
な
we
よこい
came out
つ。
here to address the nation, we
舐め
used
た
our
こと言うなよ。
executive powers
これ
to pass the Assets and Wealth Act.
マジ難しいんだ
Working
け
with
ど
the。tax office,
嘘
we
でしょ
have produced a definitive list of every
これ流
person in
し
the
た放送
country
さ
with wealth
見れないの
into
自
the
分で。
millions.
You know this sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and
また言うぞこい
me
つ。
are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the
大
tax
丈夫だよな。
system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or
よしよ
creative
し切り替え
accounting.
とこう。よしよ
A
し。
simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere
Okay, okay,
to
okay, okay.
hide. And earlier today,
無礼な言
we
葉だけに P 入れるん
revoked
だ。
your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election?
なになに
That's
視聴者飽きちゃ
fine.
う。
But first,
何言ってんのこれ。このゲーム意味わかんないんだけど。
you're gonna pay back.
ペイバック。
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation
よ
of
しよし
warring
視聴者視聴
individuals
率めっちゃいいんじゃない今。光ってるよあれ。
to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them
マ
drinks
ジで
in
こ
their
いつ。
private clubs.
こいつマジで
The
汚い言葉しか言わないんだけ
children
ど。
you raise.
so they've got time
Oh,
to get
wait,
even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
お前
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends
これやばい。
today.
赤目大さん、最低で
It
草。
ends
やばいよ
today.
ね。酔っ
And
払いだよ。
tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again.
ああ約
Just
束し
like
たよ
we
り。
promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that.
今
Thank you for your time.
あ危ない。
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance, and our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully, we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for the new government, that's all from us this evening
俺も
at the
ピートと
National
聞きたいんだけ
News.
ど。
We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance.
2000年先
I'm
の
Jeremy
最後一
Donaldson.
派にゃ。
Have a
あ
peaceful night.
赤目だよさん。
あ
わやなんだがこのゲーム。
And we're
Why
out.
out?
Good job, everybody. Same again tomorrow. Call times are on the board.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate.
よし。
赤目42歳。
Ferry's
長
about
見
to
さん
leave.
にちゃ、
Probably
英語ペラ
won't
ペ
be
ラ。
coming
あ畳さんこんばんは。あこんにちはか。英語ペラペラじゃない全然。
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not
Yeah.
going for a drink?
Nope, got a date.
CM。
Lucky you.
みんなこれ
Try not to
わけ
get
わかんない
murdered.
でしょ。んチャレンジルーム会場さまでした。
When the program's finished, you'll
Okay.
get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses.
GG
and they keep
ありがとうございます
the boss happy. If you want to know more
いや
about how it went, select more info. If
ー
not,
危ね
continue to move to the next
赤
page.
目42さん。これ日本語もっと入れたの？
日本語もっと入れた。非公式のやつ。非公式のやつだからダメだと思うけどね。いやいいのかな。日本語のやつ作るあれがないから。いやー全然ピーヨンならねえんだもん。
This is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show.
Yeah.
You've got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course, you can really
Fuck it,
drill
back.
into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once.
やばいなこれ。うん。俺これでいいんだよね。これで OK だよね。
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get
給料い
paid
くら
and
払う
how
のか。
much wealth you have overall. That
下にあれ聞いたみたいな広告主の。
financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake. So why would you care?
赤目だよさん。ごっきん、わらわら。
クリーンやばいな。
This is the
なんだ
last
よ。
page and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom
赤
there,
目
this
42
one's
さん。
important.
セールで10個嫌い買ったって言ってたけど、こんなのばっか買ったのか？
うんこんなのばっか買った。まともなやつも買ったよ。これ人気あるよ。人気らしいよ。
Alright, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've
だ
done.
けどこれ英語圏の人人気なんだろうね。
There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts.
あ
Let's
やったや
start
った
with broadcast.
視聴できるって。視聴できるってよ。
ある意味楽しみだ。
視聴できるって。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。 アーカイブ。
Over on the left,
これだ。
that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Choose any one of them and select
Okay, okay.
load tape.
テープ
Once
入
it's
れる。
finished
うん
loading, you can use the rewind
テープを入れ
and
て
fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want
In
to
a few
see.
moments, we'll be going live
Ah,
to
来た来た来た
tonight's
来た。
national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1.
見てみる
At
か。
7 o'clock, it's the
ちゃんとできてるか
semi-final
見
of
る
the
か。
rotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear
はい
physicists take
おてん
on
こちゃん。
four old ladies from
こんにちは。
East That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the nuclear silk and its importance during the great blackouts of 1871.
いい
Not
ね
one to miss.
おひらさんの。
At 9 p.m., sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be grilling his guests in Incisors, and tonight sees a return for leading economist Katie Brightman. Finally,
お、トロログラタンさん。
it's the National Weather Report. Before we
こん
say
にちは。
good night until tomorrow.
今ね、俺が放送した配信を見てますよ。
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly
議会が。
Moving on up, the election win.
始まる瞬間見たかった。
for the National Nightly
よ
News.
しよし。こっ
Good
から。
evening, I'm
これ
Jeremy Donaldson.
これ俺が切り替えてるからね。ちゃんとピーヨンも俺が入れてるからね。
The election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile.
おてんこちゃん。
Global mega corporation Remington
おてんこちゃんと。
is totally independent and corners the flowered
おい
market.
このゲーム見る人い
Top
る？
chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as
fans,
popular
yes.
footballer Johnny Hams leaves
Johnny
wins
Hambley.
Sports Personality of the
リアン
Year.
クさん、
And a spoonful of
リアン
sugar.
チビ。
Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance Headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
何？これ切り替えたの俺だからね。切り替えたの俺っつってもしょうがないけどね。早送りするか。4倍速。
But first,
うまっ。
the votes are in.
うまっ。あ、間違った。16倍が最高なのね。
An authentic, ethically sourced.
CM ね。CM 長かったよね。あの P 入れるところは？あ、これ。
Excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope
え、めっちゃテレビっぽくない？この画面の切り替え
Being
方。
with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among
で
ours.
全体図映す。うん、
So
完
you've
璧やん
just。finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the wrap, that's
まともだ
Peter
ね。
Jensen, the director. Do you
Ne.
know
茜
him?
だよさん、
He's a
リアン
wonderful
ね
chap. He
テレ
really
ビっぽい
is.
よね、このカッ
I've
ト割り。
worked with him on several movies,
ほら。
all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been.
めっちゃこの画面の切り替え方テレビっぽい。
I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And
ね。
am I right in saying that the
めっちゃいいよね。
character in this movie is
めっ
quite
ちゃいい
an
でしょ？
academic one?
Absolutely
めっ
right.
ちゃいいじゃん
A。scientist.
Was that a challenge?
まあいいや、じゃあここはいいとして、あの問題のパッキンとか言ってるあそこの部分、放送禁止用語を連呼してるところ、問題の部分よ。このなんかわけのわかんないここのムービーをほっといて、でこれ CM でしょ？ 2個目の CM でしょ？ 2個目の CM を飛ばして、来た来た来た来た来た来た来た、これ酔っ払いよ酔っ払い。
And, well,
こいつが放送禁止用語言いまくるんだよ。
what a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty low insult trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through
ちょっと
that.
ピア入った。
Sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrating pints. Makes me coarse.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Rita for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us
ちょっ
say
と待
that
って
advance
こ
are
いつ
not
言
a
葉が
political.
悪すぎる。ちょっと待ってもう一回言おう。こいつマジで言葉が悪すぎるこいつ。おいちょっともう一回最初から言おう。俺ちょっと見たいわ。よしよしよしよし。オッケ
Okay.
ー。よしよし。
Well,
面白い
thank you all
わ。
for coming.
いいね
And, well,
いいね。こ
where
れ
do
面
I
白いね
start?
このゲーム。
What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty low in sod they had against us, but you, the people, you saw right through their.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarse.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things.
酒飲みながら出れるのか
But
テレビ
today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put.
また親田さんの表現ですか不正解というわけで
Before
は
we
ありま
came
せ
out
ん
here to address the nation, we
神
used
ゲー
our
だねこのゲーム
executive powers
いや
to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You
Yeah.
know the sort of. Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret. So to you posh
People who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs.
口が
People
さ
whose
口の
children
形
you
がさ
raise.
なんかブッシーみたいな感じ言ってんだよ
richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
お値段
We
忘れ
are
た
coming
こ
for
れ
your
いくらだっ
sports
たかな
cars and your mansions
ウィン
and
タ
your
ーセールやってたよ
vineyards.
It ends today.
We will
なんてよ
put the
ちょっ
wealth
と
of
見てみ
this
るか
country back where it should have
忘れ
always
た
been.
2500円
In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends
2500
today.
円もうセール終わったからね
It ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents,
うん
I suggest we all get
I
結構
can't
高
argue
い
with that.
だけど大好評よこのゲーム OK
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance.
Yeah.
And our apologies for the fruity language.
いい放送だったね
Hopefully, we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble.
もう最高やったわ
142さん、セールの時は760円だったみたいね。
あ760円かいやーよかったね
Right, now let's take a look at the rushes.
師匠って何
This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The four screens you can see, they're going to show you the four signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is
違いは好きな組み合わせで消音できるので見ることとできなかった場面を聞くことができる点にある番組そして舞台裏の内緒話を聞き終わったら戻ろうえ何これ聞き何ヘッドライン何これあロード中
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me come out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, nani?
Our main stories tonight. Moving on up. The election win that experts said just
これ見
couldn't
ないとい
happen.
けないのあ間違った戻しちゃったえこれ見ないといけないの
畳42さん、最安が760円でこの前のセール1028円だった。
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know,
めっちゃいい
seafood.
じゃん これでここで切り替わったらここでまた喋ってんのなんか。
Seriously, that blunder clutch on election night?
Yeah, Megan's pretty pissed off too.
I'm not
これ見たら何なの？
surprised with no democracy. He's cut his corners.
Yeah, but he's hot though.
I suppose so, in the Oxford interview.
10 seconds, everybody. Your fragility is leaking. Going in 5, 4, 3.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win.
なんこれ。これを見たら何なの？
With your burgeoning friendship.
Love you too.
Yeah.
実績ロック解除した。なんかの実績ロック解除した。一応これは見たってことね。これは見たってこと？じゃあこれ見るの今度。これを見たら何なの？実績とかどうでもいいんだけど、このゲームの。ちょっと困るんだが。
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one BC interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin bloody ice, Rob.
最悪だなこの男。
Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break.
こいつマ
Quiet
ジ
in the
最悪だ
studio.
な。こいつマジ
Thank
最
you
悪だ
so。much. For...
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5,
こいつマジ最悪だな。
3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first, our very own culture report.
Films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest
こんな
joys
表
of
と
my
裏があ
life.
んの。
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which
友達にはなりたくねえわこいつ。じゃあうわー終わってんな。
You have to go sit, send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham. It's in my contract.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
I'm sorry, I just had to. I had to.
やっぱそうなのかな。
What?
Told you so.
That's Dr. Lance T.
Your hair looked nice.
Flanagan.
See, this is why you're single.
I did it for you, baby.
はいはいはい。
All for you.
これ
Dr.
ね。
Hemlock.
これまだ続きあんの。終わったよ。はいはい。で、アドバンスの新任。こんなの見なくちゃいけないの？ああいうクズみたいなやつらを。
Apparently, he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's at liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter
今な
for
んか話してんのかなあっ
celebrating?
ち。
Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party.
これさ、
A party's what you have when things are going well.
はい、
When the
放送さ
country
れた
is
やつ見るより
suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new
金玉的
future.
な。
A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive...
You don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their community.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. Wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer,
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we were...
Revoke your passport.
俺もいいや。俺もこれ見なくていいや。続けるわ。よし。Day1 Day2 Day3 予期せぬ長所。好奇心に負けそれ開いた。アドバンス新政権からの長所。なくても相手はこちらのことを把握してるようだ。ああ、と奥さんの名前と子供が。子供14歳と19歳。
Nagami!
ういリッパーさん、こんにちは。何これ、新しい仕事で始めなくて君は気楽に順応するかな。そして違う部署の機密持ち方打ち掛けてきた。そしてなくなってる。君は機密度の低いファイルがなくなってる。インペニア同僚に報告を勧告する。誰にも言わない。まあだけど同僚に言うかな。上司は以前でも大幅に高い目標を設定し、君は締め切り中ぶともか。いやもう定時退社するでしょこれね。上司がさ高い目標を上げたってさ、それに対すること上司何もしてないんでしょ。後ろ変わってんです。大丈夫ですね。ただ目標を上げただけでしょこの上司。そんなの誰でもできるわ。猿でもできるわ、目標を上げるだけだったら。バーベキューに家族と共に招待された。君は毎年恒例の社内、これ会社が楽しめってなんで一度も行ったことなかったら俺自分の奥さんと子供連れて行くけどな。結婚してんでしょこの人。都合が合えば行くかな。都合が合えば行く。行けなくても気にしない。
Nagamiさん、地下ですか？
これ地上ですね。これ地上ですね。あ、野呂さん、こんばんはじゃ、こんにちは。これなんだっけ？余興じゃない。なんだっけあれ、なんていうの？余生だ。余生に子供たちの趣味を激励して支援する。支援のために一人リラックス、音楽鑑賞や造形。まあ趣味に生きるかな。余生。理想的な休暇といえば美しい自然、見知らぬ場所。美しい自然には緊張した日々から逃れる。見知らぬ場所を探索し、スリルとアトラクションに変え、家族と共に充実した日々をする。パートナーと過ごすロマンチックな、これパートナーと過ごすのいいんじゃない？予期せぬ長所。政府が人々を守る最も重要なことは安全、自由、幸福、平等。安全かな。署名。さあどうなったんだろう。家族の問題。これこういうゲームなの？これやんなきゃいけないの？ストレスが目に見える。グリーンケースを抱えている。サムの兄弟クリス。でも力が必要で頼れない君しかいない。いいよ、どうしたのか。大丈夫、サムを連れてこようか。現在の資産が国賓だからね。どうしたの？イカれたアドバンスを見たかい。資産浮遊法とかあいつら読んでるけど、みんなが苦労して稼いだ金を怠け者にばらまくって。へえ。それは上位 1% がそんなたまり金持って確かだけど。悪いけど金持ちから取って貧乏人を助けるのは悪い話に聞こえない。もうこれ別にいい話じゃないの。パスポートを貸してほしい。パスポート渡さずないだろ。こいつら国外出るんだ。手遅れる前に一度でも脱出すれば命も財産もあるんだ。口座が凍結された。2階の金庫に取ってくる。もっといい方法が進行。あ、こいつなんか国外に逃げようとしてんだ。法律が変わるから。 なんだよ、君の子供自分の子供に扱ってきたって。家族だって言ってる。パスポートを持ってくる。家族は家族。いや無理だろお前。なんだよ、金でなんとかなるの。唾を吐いたって。そうかい、じゃあ自分でなんとかするよ。唾吐いた。じゃあ家族国家はこれで終わりだなって。ふざけてんな。家族だったらそんなこと聞くなよ。なんだよ、なんで違法行為をさせるの。法律が変わってお金持ちが国外に逃げてんの、もしかして。ストーリー的に。余波。また電話来たわ。まあ、取ればいいんでしょ。よし、電源入れるか。下のコンセント4つは必要だな。何言ってんの。これ扇風機上向けて、扇風機オンにできない。こっち下向けない。電源入れていいんだよね。電源入れちゃうよ。入れた。入れたよ。あ、これでファンも回せんじゃない。ファンの電源入ってる？入ったんじゃないこれで。回ったわ。これでブレーカーが落ちなくなるんじゃない？回したよ。電源入れたよ。ここの電源入ってないのか。よし、CM。少し考えた方がいいかもしれん。流していいの？これ安全なおもちゃ。流していいの？これ安全なおもちゃ。何これ。子供には欠かせないおもちゃ。ちょっとこれだ。それ入れるか。これやだ。豚のような工夫、エレガントな新スキンクリーム。ちょっと面白そうだな。これでしよう。再生すること。アラン・ジェームズ。近くの中規模ホールに。あんまいらない。こっちの方が面白そうだな、CM。OK。3本入れた。ヘッドラインモード。映像ミキサーの下に A と B。左側の画面には A。その小さなとか気に。小さな時計。何言ってんの。この人に実践影響。つまり CM のように選べ。慎重にだ。何何だけどヘッドラインはいつも通りだよね。よしよしよし、10秒前。オッケーオッケー。はい、本番。本番。5秒前。4、3、2、1、0。Now。
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown.
A to B.
At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future will hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth created in a state of panic, unfavorable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises.
放送禁止用語言ってないよ
Out with
ね。
the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO.
3番。
The following photo, taken from our archive,
よしよし。
gives us a sense
新
of
たな
this
CEO にね。
influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of
3番選んだよ俺。
becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at
あ、これで
university
人物の印象操作をするのか。 はいはいはいはいはい。
being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favorably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snuggleheart.
ミスターすぐなる。
Sophia promises it'll be all the way
ちょうど CM だ。
but concerns
大ヒットすると
have
貢
been
献してるか、
raised
製
about
品の安全性に懸念が高まってる。
making a splash.
しぶきを上げ
Intrepid
る。
scientist Dr. David Wong
どっち
and marine biologist Ingrid
とりあえず3番
Swartz-Morgan
仲良しそうに見えるよね。
have today set off to explore what Dante's
ダン
tape.
テの傷。
The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology,
はいはいはい。
the pair hope to successfully reach the
Okay,
imposing
okay.
central cavern
で3
and
番
the
選んでるこれ。
undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving
4番選びてえ
one
な。
of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the
い
Year
や、
last week,
3番選ぼう。
as reported by this very program.
まあいいや。クラブだよね。
Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamore,
Okay.
whose recent show, Snatched Inside My
Okay,
Snatch,
okay.
has kept her
多分
firmly
大
in
丈
the
夫だったよ
public
な、これ
eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And Griever's bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the
4番だよ
country
ね、
to
多
talk
分。
with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for advances
これ
new
4番
approach?
大丈夫かな。
All that, a mega for the group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act
3番にしろ。
firsthand. They'll be
3番。
talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds.
危ねえ。危ねえ危ねえ危ねえ。切り替えて、オッケーオッケーオッケー。で、地球儀が小さくなったら、また1番ね。はいはいはいはい。オッケーオッケーオッケー。大丈夫よね。よしよしよしよし。ちょっとレモンド取ってきてえな。で、地球が小さくなったらね。よし。
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of
Okay,
the
okay.
Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to
待って
Waking Up.
どっちがどっちか分かんない。
Alan, the government certainly
アラン
haven't dragged their heels
アラン
on delivering some of the
アランね
legislation they promised.
4番アラン
But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't. No. I think that Advance have realised
Ui.
the current economic
Aki.
system of unlimited,
Aki.
unending growth is
こんばんは、アッキー。
untenable. So they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the
ちょ
next
っと今
steps
ね
in the grand plan.
番組を作ってる。
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we
何
are,
がしたい
we
こ
will
いつら。
destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of
放送
consumption.
禁止用語言ってるもしかして。
Colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy
あんまり気に
is
し
the
なか
right
ったんだけど。
word. Only it'll be
これ
the
ピー入れなきゃいけない。
overlords having an
ちょっと
orgy
センサー
on
も
our
見と
four
こう。
broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully.
これ
Advance
これ全然暇がないんだけど。
that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level
待って。
entire cities.
こいつ
We're talking
白熱してるぞこいつ。
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they
こいつ
murder
白
your
熱してる
parents
ぞ
and they poison your
そろ
food
そろ
and
出
they
るぞ
take you
放
away
送
to
禁
their
止用語
camps for hypno brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you
待って
know
待って
full well
出ない
that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
全然ピー入れる暇ないじゃん。なんだよ。
Yes, Advance are
いい入れさせろ
radical
よ
and change is always frightening, but the truth is
またこっ
that
ち
the
か。
Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady
No.
doesn't understand, Jeremy, is
Okay.
that these are the same people.
オッケーオッケー。
Maybe
こいつは絶対
they've
放送禁止用語入れると思った。
rebranded, but it's all a little
今ピーって聞こえた
circus act to
ね。
keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a
Yes, yes,
start,
yes.
they've mobilised the youth vote
Okay,
like we've
okay,
never
okay.
seen
You
before.
say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic pedophiles.
もう動作がやばい。こいつ手の仕草がやばい。
The assets and wealth
これそのうちモザイク入れるんじゃねえか。
Advance now have a
大丈夫かこい
historic
つ。
budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding
大
our
丈夫か
public。
俺全く暇ないんだけど
services, they're already
何喋ってるか全然見えてないんだけど。
unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
ふざけんなよこいつ。帰れ。なんなんだよ。
like opiates. See?
やばい。
Please,
ね、モザイク必須よだよ。
It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief.
興奮してる。
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these
ちょっとやばい
changes,
ぞ
but only if they're
そろそろやばい
sustainable.
ぞ
If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve
Katie?
of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
大丈夫だよ。
Two very different visions of the future there.
全体像映す
Alan
こいつの
James,
時は。
Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When
Okay.
we come back,
CM?
I'll be investigating
CM?
law and order. Before
CM
I
早いか
meet some beneficiaries of the assets
5秒
and
前。
welfare.
4、
That's all
3、
coming up tonight
2、
on the National
1。
Nightly News.
CM。
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
なんで放送禁止用
I
語
can
が
explain it to you, but
放送禁止用語
unfortunately,
な
I
なん
can't
でこいつは連
understand
呼してん
it
の
for you.
何
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
何このおもちゃ危ないんでしょセグメント評価 A
How's it going, actually? Fuck
A
it,
plus
I
yo.
don't care, I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later, bye.
あ
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Oh, shit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
しんどかっ
That's
た
all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody.
これ一番に移しよっか
Let's go to the big bag. Caught you with water.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to
全然暇が
the
ね
top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic
後ろやば
level
そうなん
to
だけど
relieve the problems. We need more support from ministers.
後ろやばそうなんだけど
We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on.
ちょっといいこれ映していいのこれ映していいの
Jeremy, it's nationwide.
これ映しちゃダメな気がするんだけど視聴率が下がってる視聴率が下がってるこれ見たいのみんな視聴者のみんな見たいのかな 視聴率が下がってる
affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
上がった視聴率上がり気味
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
夫に別れをつける時間がいただ
Totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge.
これダメだぞ放送禁止用語出るぞ
Bob Peel, a man with a very different
オッケーオッケ
perspective
ー2番
on
やばい
nation's
2番
crime.
喧嘩してる
Do you
2番
think
喧
there's
嘩
a
してる
problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours
大丈夫
without
か
the risk of being terrorised by some
今
thug
今
with a
一つの
knife.
夫婦が別れたぞ
Do you
大丈
feel
夫かこれ
streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down
せ
to
っかく
moral
結婚したのに
We've diluted
離
our
婚し
culture
て
and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this
Okay, okay.
moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look,
大丈夫
Leviticus
よね
clearly states that... Oh,
ちょ
okay, hang
SM
on
の
a moment. Jeremy, bloody gimps escaped.
え
Delia,
やばいやばい
Delia, could you give me a
こ
little
れこれ
help,
映していいの
please, dear?
これ映していいのちょっと待って切り替えた方がいいんじゃないこ
As
れ
I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you
切り
think
替えた方がいいよ
it's
ね
the immigrants who are responsible for the moral
ちょっと
decay?
後ろ大丈夫かね
Absolutely, Jeremy.
大丈夫かな
Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose responsibility is it
大丈夫か
to
な
change, Bob?
大丈夫かな
Well, it is certainly not the
そうそう
responsibility
そう
of the
ちゃん
decent,
と
good,
ちゃんと
white
調教
people.
してちゃんと調教して
Hold on just a moment.
やべえことに笑わない。
やばいやばいぞこいつら
Mummy said
Clive, I am not having this again.
これ映せねえだろこれ
back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I
これ
was saying,
CM 行った方がいいんじゃねえ
Jeremy,
か
moral decay. Crime is the responsibility
これ
of the
CM 行った方がいいんじゃねえ
criminals,
か
no one else.
CM ダメなのか
Everyone has a sob
これ映
story,
せねえ
but
だろ
we
これ
don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A minus, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob.
Oh.
Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on
オッケ
the
ーオッケー
road.
視聴率上がってる
And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swat.